Would you like to learn my top 10 Spoonflower fabric designer tips? Well, if you do, then stay tuned. When you get to the end of this video, you will get an awesome present from me. So let's hang on to the end. My name is Oksancia. I have been a textile designer for over 15 years now. I'm also a founder of Oksancia Textile Design, a studio and award-winning online school. I have been designing fabric for many years now, and I have picked up a bunch of tips about Spoonflower, how to use it better, how to sell designs better, what you can do to use and represent your designs while you're marketing them. All of these tips are coming up in this video. Let's jump right into the tips. These are not in any particular order, so all of them are equally useful and you can implement one or a few or maybe even all of them. I hope you do. First of all, when you are uploading your design to Spoonflower, sometimes I see a lot of artists or designers, they tend to just fill out the title and maybe they just call it something very generic or maybe too poetic. But the issue is Spoonflower has a search algorithm, a little bit like Google. So their point is to help their customers who are buying your fabric to help them find your fabric. And it's not only by the looks of your fabric that they do it. They actually type in cat, pink cat designs or something like that. This way, the more descriptive you are with your designs, the more your customers will be able to find your fabric. So what you need to do, you need to write out a description of your fabric, you need to write out a title. It doesn't have to be very long. I understand it takes time, but please add keywords, add the colors, and add any useful subject matter that is in your pattern. For example, it can be butterflies. For example, at this little fabric, I would add butterflies, I would add some flowers, I have the colors here, green, white, blue, pink. I would add all of that to my description as well as to my keywords so that the algorithm knows that somebody looks for colorful butterfly fabric, they can show it to them. So here is how you find where to add the metadata and the tags on Spoonflower. So once you have your file uploaded, it will show up like this in your shop on the design page with some previews, as you can see here. Okay. So what we are going to do, we will go and click on edit design. It will work only for your own fabric that you uploaded and designed. And then we have the edit file page. So right here we will see when you scroll down, you'll see collections. You'll select the collection if you have it. You have the name, you have the description, and we have the tags. So over here I added the tags, 13 are available, and I used 3 of which are required, and I used all 13 tags. So as you can see here, this will help the buyers, prospective buyers who are looking for this kind of butterfly fabric to actually find it on Spoonflower. Tip number 3. Add a Swatch book sample pack to your next order when you're ordering something for yourself from Spoonflower. For example, the swatches like this for your fabrics to let your designs become available for sale on Spoonflower. You also can add this inexpensive sample pack, which includes all of their current fabrics, and there's a little color guide and the colors, how they actually print on these fabrics, so that you can see how sharp they turn out, how the fabric feels, and this is super useful. If you want to talk with more Spoonflower creators and people designing fabric, I recommend that you join Spoonflower Fans Facebook group. This is not run by me, and I really like it. It's very awesome. You can chat with other fellow Spoonflower designers, and I actually have a repeat pattern design mastermind Facebook group, which is not only about Spoonflower but about all kinds of different repeat pattern designs. So I highly recommend that you connect with fellow creative people there. The links will be in the description under this video. Tip number 5. You can order proofs these swatches like this to make your fabric available for sale cheaper. So let's say I designed this pattern and I want to upload it to Spoonflower, start selling it. So I cannot start selling it right away. I can upload, but I cannot start selling. I need to receive in the mail this kind of swatch and pay for it, and it costs $5 to receive one swatch. However, if you can design 42 or more designs, so basically think in collections of 42, but they don't have to go together. They can be just 42 separate designs or a few collections together. But if you can do it, you can use their fill a project or fill a yard option. I will link it again in the description, so that you can make your fabrics available for sale on Spoonflower and also on wallpaper for much cheaper. Tip number 6, when you have these kinds of swatches, so you can see I have a lot over the years, I collected a lot. I use these for making my fabrics available for sale, but also for taking pictures of them for my social media, for my portfolio, so that I can show which kinds of designs I have. So these have been working very well for me, and I have a tip for you here. So when you have these swatches, they actually will fray depending on the fabric that you choose, but I choose the cheapest fabric for my swatches. I recommend getting these pinking shears. They have these little triangle teeth, and then when you cut out these swatches, they will not fray, or at least not as much. Mine also do not fray, almost do not fray at all, and I use their cotton satin fabric. Tip number 7, when you have swatches from Spoonflower, you can organize them much better in a binder like this. I have a whole binder where I display my swatches and organize them by a pattern collection. This is my California collection, and I have a few other patterns in there, for example my yoga pattern. So this is super handy and a fun way to display your fabrics. And I have a little kind of like a binder with my logo and my pattern created. I have a whole video on this on my channel as well. Spoonflower tip number 8. I recommend that you actually enter Spoonflower contests, and you can even design to those contests. Over the years, I've entered a few contests myself, and I actually won second place, I believe, with this veggie pattern that I created, like fun veggie pattern that I created for my one of the contests specifically, and I actually printed it. I want to make a fun dress for my daughter and a little apron for her. So this is the little characters, and what happens is you get with this fabric, you get much more exposure on Spoonflower, and this fabric has been selling for years and years and has gotten a lot of attention and sales because of that contest. So I actually do recommend that you take part when you have time. Tip number 9 for Spoonflower designers is that I recommend that you opt into selling your Spoonflower fabrics on Etsy automatically. So if you go on Etsy and you look for Oksancia fabrics, you will actually find a lot of my fabrics, but they are under Spoonflower, so they're selling automatically. I don't have to ship anything. But what I noticed in my statistics for the last year especially, and actually starting 2020, I actually noticed a lot of Etsy sales from all over the world. So if you haven't opted in your Spoonflower fabrics into automatic distribution on Etsy yet, here's how you can do it. When you are logged into your Spoonflower account, I want you to click on that little person icon here. Then I want you to go to account settings, and then while you're there, you'll select design distribution here, and that will give you manage your design distribution page. Here you can select if you want your items to be sold on home decor. I do. And external marketplaces, here it is, and then I selected yes here, and I do see a lot of good sales coming from the Etsy in particular, but it may be something else for your particular style. Tip number 10. You can create color versions of your popular designs that have been selling well. So, for example, I had a little elephant design in my portfolio and it's been selling well. So, that design was colorful, but I decided to create a pink only version and blue only version, and then I created a light gray version of that very design and I uploaded them to Spoonflower, and over the years actually those designs started selling well as well. So I recommend analyzing your most popular, most best-selling designs every so often, maybe every quarter, and then creating more color versions for Spoonflower. This is particular for this website. So if you're learning about my microstock selling, it's not recommended that you create many exact same kind of color versions, but for Spoonflower it works. And a bonus tip, tip number 11. I recommend that on Spoonflower you add your website, your name, copyright to your name or your brand, and if you are available for licensing projects, or if you're available for freelance design projects, this is a good place to find clients, and clients find you design. While they find your designs, they actually read the information about you, and if they like your designs, they'll be able to contact you and you can work on a custom design project maybe with them. I actually did that many times and it worked out great for me with clients finding me on Spoonflower this way. But if they don't know how to contact you, they might not do it at all. So put your contact information in the description of each file, even if it's just your email, and then available for custom freelance design projects and licensing. It will really help you find new clients. So today I shared with you 10 of my favorite tips on how to sell on Spoonflower better, how to make it more successful for you, and I am so happy to hear how it goes for you and which tips do you plan to implement. Please leave a little comment and tell me which tip was your favorite, or maybe which tip are you using now. Or maybe if you have your own tips that you want to add to this list, let's have a little conversation going in the comments. Remember the present that I promised you at the beginning of this video? Here is my webinar recording that I released to you today for free, which is called 3 Secrets to Building a Successful Lifestyle Business Designing Repeat Patterns. This is actually a workshop along with a workbook that you can download and work on your own business as you go along the webinar, and as you listen to it you'll be able to have action steps. So it is very much hands-on, full of ideas and inspiration for your own creative business as a textile designer. You can access this free webinar recording with the link in the description. You will be taken to a page where you can sign up and watch this recording and work along with it. I have gotten some great feedback for this webinar, so I hope you check it out as well. Remember, the link is in the description under this video. Enjoy! If you like this video, please give me that like and also subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button and by also clicking the notification bell so that you do not miss any of my new videos. Also, please share this video with your own creative friends if you know somebody who might find this video helpful. So thank you so much for watching. Grow, love and create, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!